All right, guys, check it out. Look at this. Issues 43 and 44 will be in today's video. We're going to be covering a lot of stuff, so without further ado, let's get on the bench. Just a quick little tidbit here. We are going to be making some behind the scenes footage here for our Knight Rider, and I just wanted to let you know that we'll be covering all the stuff that comes into each of these magazines. We'll begin those videos coming out here shortly within this year. Also, guys, it's time to go back to the bench. So here's everything that's going to be covered within this video today. And as you can see here, we're going to have all these wires to put in. Now, as you know, we have some special modifications that are going to be coming out with this, okay? So even though we're going to be focusing on this, and you can see how we're focusing on it here and here, don't worry, once those parts come in, we'll show you how to take apart all this and put in the upgrades that we'll be doing to this model. We will be changing out the speaker and a few other items that I think you'll enjoy. Other than that, without further ado, let's start putting all these wires in and show you where they all go. Because once the wires are in, we're good. The only thing we're going to be mainly changing will probably be this motherboard and the speaker, and maybe a couple lights. But hang in there, guys. That's going to be coming in the following videos. But for now, we're just going to show you the basics on how to put in the original parts that are coming straight from Fanhome. So here it is, guys. We have our car, and it is on its all four wheels still, and we have all the parts. But today's video, this is what we're going to be focusing on. We're just going to be focusing on right here. So I'm just going to move the car to right here for us, guys, and we're going to go ahead and put in some more wires. These here are all the wires in the original packaging. I'm going to go ahead, we'll open them up, and we're going to put them in. One of the cool things that we're going to be putting in is our little motor that will be raising up the lights and lowering the lights. Now, I don't know if they're noisy or not, but we could probably find out here in a little bit. Okay, so for step one, I put it all together for you just so you kind of know. This here is the red wire that is going to be going to our very front for the scanner light. Okay, so we're just going to leave that alone for now. But we have all the other wires that are going up the center here for the headlights and the two door mechanisms. Now it says that you have to do it like this and then make sure it goes on the left side. So this is kind of almost in the same concept as that Ghostbuster car we were working on. Is seems like all the wires are going to come here to the left, and that's fine and dandy. All right, that's fine and dandy. But I'm not too worried about it. All right, we have our little steering wheel column here, so don't worry about that. Okay. But for now, all the wires are here. Now the extender that's on here, that extra extender, it's going to kind of just go like this. It's going to come across. But we'll come to that adventure when it's time. For now, that's all that it is for step one. Step two is where we're going to join the connectors on wires 43C, 43D. They're going to be marked with the label MOT. Then join wires 43E and 43F marked with labeled K. So we're going to go back, grab those, I'll put them in, you guys will see it all set. So a bit confusing for that, for step two. But step two, we're just going to basically connect these two. So if you're wondering, it's going to be these two wires. They're all labeled E, so I kind of just remembered what we did for the Ecto 1. So it's just going to be all the E wires connect, and then they're going to tell you to connect 43F, which is the overhead console light. So that's going to be kind of cool. It's going to light up, and then we're just going to line all these together. Now with our package that's coming, I believe some of these lights will be changed out. So if you do decide to do what we're doing, this is the time period when you want to do it. Other than that, guys, let's move on to step four, where we're going to be taking 43D, and we're going to start attaching it to here. And then we got 42B that we got to attach, and the MOT wire that we're going to be doing. We also are going to cover step 3 as well, because I'm trying to jump the gun here. Okay guys, so this is a bit of a hassle, but you're going to connect K with K, E with E, and E with the 2 E's here. These are going to be your rear lights. This one here is going to go, and it's going to be clear, and it's going to be your dome light. So we're going to connect those. Once those are done, then you're going to go to step 3, where we're going to attach it to the motherboard. That's where we're going to take 43F, which is going to be this one here, and we're going to go ahead and attach it. Then we're going to take 42B, and we're going to attach that, and we're going to basically get which is 29A, which is this piece. So it's going to be a bit of a thing here, but don't worry, we're going to throw this at you, and we're going to show you how we're going to do it. I also have to be careful because not only am I showing you this, the original parts, but we also have coming up the change out pieces to make this even a better car than what Fanhome intended. Other than that, let's go ahead, knock those out. Okay, so step 3 and 4 are now completed. Everything has been attached that needs to be. I will give you a little pointer. This motherboard, which is nice, has the letters there for you. So if you're going by just the pictures on the book, you might get confused. So just remember, K goes into the K slot. They have all these letters next to them. There's even one that says MOT, and it's right there. So you can't get these confused. Now, when we get the next motherboard that's coming in, that I would believe would make this a little bit easier, we'll probably have the same setup. If not, you'll have to just copy and paste how you have it set up. Okay, so for step 5, which I already kind of jumped the gun on it in the previous part of this video, but we're going to take W and W, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to attach them like so. Once you attach them, that's pretty much it of step 5, because we've already established by putting on our brake lights together, which was right here. I kind of jumped ahead, so it's a little difficult for this one because I don't like wires. I'm not an electrician, but yeah, so I tend to jump ahead and then just kind of put it all together. Other than that, guys, I'm kind of streamlining this video. So all that's done. Now we're going to jump to step 6 real quick, where you're going to take W and you're going to put it inside on the motherboard. And then we're going to move on to step 7, where we're going to actually attach E to the motherboard. So we're going to go ahead and knock those 2 out. That way it knocks out 2 steps. And then we'll come back and let you guys know what step 8's all about. Okay, so with step 8, because these parts are done, so we put our E right here. This is W. It looks like an M depending on which way you look at it, but it is in W because I believe M is a slot right in between these 2 cords here. So stand by on that one. However, right now we're going to take 43 Alpha and Bravo and 43 Lima and 43 Mike. We're going to join the connectors of wires 43L and M marked with the label P. So basically you have P here, and then there's another P, so there's 2 of them. So basically we're going to take, and if I'm understanding this right, we're going to take one and stick it with the other. But I don't see 2 letter P's on here, so so it's going to be a bit tricky. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and take P, attach it to P. All right. And then for step 9, it just basically says taking 43 Mike, and you're going to take that P, which is now 43 Mike, and you're going to add it into here. It gets kind of confusing when you start seeing these different things, and then you read the in between the lines here when it tells you like the letter that's on the wiring. But if you just stick with one or the other, I think they're just trying not to get you confused. I don't know. But yeah, so we're hoping that we streamline this for you. Other than that, that puts in our piece. It's all connected. As you can see, I'm moving all the wires to the front because I'm going to end up bundling them up into bunches so I know what they're for. The next step now is to basically attach the little clamps here. There should be two, which we do have two. Okay, so we have two of these and some GM screws, which I have right here. So we're going to take these two, and what we're doing basically is that we're going to screw it in to, I believe it's on this side. Yeah, it's on this side, and we're going to screw it in. And when we do that, the reason why we're doing that is because all these wires are going to go into that area. And then once that's done, we should be good to go. Okay, so hang in there, guys. It's going to be a bit of a ride, but we're going to go ahead and knock it out. I take it. If you give me 1 second here, actually, I think it's on this side. Yeah, to the left rear chassis. So it's actually going to be on this side, the left side, the one that's facing closest to me here. That's probably why there's a screw hole there and another screw hole there. It just seems like it's going to go in between these two spots, and we're just going to bring some wires over. So what I'm going to do to keep you less confused is I'm just going to put it all together and then tell you the letters that are going to go into this area. Okay, so as much as that was painful, you're basically taking all the wires, whiskey, kilo, echo, and papa, and you're putting them all together. All right, so that's pretty easy to say because it's the brake lights, and it looks like either the reverse lights maybe, or a dome light. I don't know. I'm not really paying attention on what lights are what, but if you go back to the beginning of the book, it'll tell you what lights they are. I haven't bothered to look, but if I was to be a guessing man, pretty sure. Oh, it's for the license plate. That's what the white thing is for. All right. So okay. So our license plate's gonna light up. So that's cool. Other than that, guys, that's it for step 10. All right. And so we're gonna move on to step 11 and 12, which are left for us. Now, we should have, if you're following along, you're going to have these M wires left and some tape. I used my own tape to tape down these, but these little tapes are to help you um, to tape down pretty much what we just did. Okay, it's the tape inside here, so that way it doesn't move. But I kind of bundled them up and screwed them up so that way we didn't need that tape. But you know, it is what it is. The reason why they do that is because we're going to be basically taking the wire, going underneath, take another one, kind of get it out the way because we still have more to come in. So it's kind of your preference if you want to for these for step 11. But for now, I'm going to show you step 12, where we're going to take that M wire and we're going to plug it in. Now, I I don't know. It seems to be all one gobbledygook piece. So I'm gonna work on it here and then show you what I mean, because I think right now M is just this, and then we're just gonna plug it in. Once I plug it in, we have some connectors, we have some lights to it, so that's gonna be cool. And if I'm looking at this, I'll go back to the beginning here. Um, because it says here we're taking 43B. 43B listed on here is headlight wires. So yeah, these should be for your headlights. One for the left, one for the right. Now that makes me ask questions on what these other ones are for. But like I said in probably a previous, notice how there's three lights. I'm assuming since there's three lights on here, those are going to be your fog lights that are on the bottom of the thing, which is nice. I think that's going to be pretty cool that they'll light up. So really cool, guys. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach M, and I'm going to show you all the wires and everything that we have and how I have it set up. Okay, so with M plugged in and then plugged into our connector here, which allows this to go all the way to the front. So what we're going to do is we're going to just run it along with our lights, and that's how we're going to do it, guys. We're just going to basically do that. I like to hide them as much as possible throughout this whole shindigo here. All right, so that's it. We have all of our wires pretty much hanging out, just chilling. So we still have some more wires left to go for this stage, and then we're going to show you how we're going to kind of bundle them up and get them ready so we can work on our next video, which I think on the next video you guys are more interested in because it's a really cool tool and I think you'll enjoy it. Other than that, I'm going to move on here to stage, or I guess you can call it stage 44, but it's going to be issue 44. And then once we get finished with 44, we'll then end the video and have you guys give us a little bit of time while we go and build up our next video once the packages arrive. Other than that, guys, let's move on to issue 44. Just a recap, guys, for what's going to go on with stage 44. It's more wires, some adhesive fixing strips are going to be involved, and as you can see, they're going to go along here, which I've already done. All right, it's just kind of the way I like it to go. And then it shows you on here how the three are going to go. And if you remember quite right, I already did that taping. So we're going to save those. All right. Maybe we can use them for our other models like the Enterprise or the Ecto 1 or something. Or maybe our next metal car model. You guys can decide which one we should build here on the channel. Other than that, once our metal models are completed, we are going to be doing plastic. For our plastic model audience. All right, so other than that, guys, this is what we're going to do. I think it's time we just get started on it. Okay, so we've already done all the wiring here, and since this is nothing but wiring, I'm just going to give you a quick list of everything that we're going to be putting on. It's basically wires for this step here is going to be 43D, 42H, 42 Charlie, okay? And then we have 41B in play. Then we have 44J, which is basically the tape. Then you're going to basically just tape down on step 2. So we're going to skip step 2. And then we're just going to take 44 alpha, which is letter F, and we're going to plug that in. Okay. So there's a lot going on here. All right. Everything's going to be pretty cool. And we're going to make it pretty easy, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and put all these wires in because on the images here, it's very confusing. Okay, so little tidbit for you. When you start putting these wires in, they have to go where the speaker is. There's a little opening here and opening here, and you're going to want those wires all to go down through here. You'll leave this one alone. It won't be able to go in there. It kind of looks like that in the picture, but you're not going to need to. So your key thing is just to make sure that, the M wire, and you're going to need that one. You're going to need the R wire that goes all the way for the front. And then you're also going to need the B wire to go on this side. And then the M wire and the A wire will come right through here. So you'll have your two other here. We're not messing with this. We're not going to need to tape anything down just yet. We're going to come back here in a minute. Once all these are plugged in, then I'll come back and retape using the same tape that I already have placed in. Okay, so step 3 is putting in F, which we did here. And now we're on step 4, where we're going to take G, and we're going to put that one in. And then we have step 5, where we're going to put in letter H. And then step 6, we put in letter O. So I'm going to put those two in along with this one, and then we'll move on and we'll be in step 7. Okay, so all those are in. We got them right here, this little bundle. I'm kind of keeping them separated so that way I know which one is which. So we're going to move on to another part here. All right, and now that's going to be step 7, 8, and 9. Step 7, 8, and 9 are going to be J for Juliet. Then you got Lima, and then we got Delta. So we're going to go ahead, knock out those, put them into this little board, and we'll show you it all done. So we've got all of our wires right here, still bundled up together so that way we don't get confused. We are going to do now steps 10 and 11, our last two steps. And basically that one is going to be the socket name I for India and then V for Victor. So these ones are going to be pretty tricky, but I has some LEDs at the bottom here. I'm kind of curious to know what that's all about, but yeah, I'll come back and I'll put it up in the after we're done. But for now, I'm going to plug in this one here, which is India. I'm going to plug it into the little slot over here. Once I plug this in, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab the V, and we're going to basically take Victor here and put that one in. Once you do that, you should have no more slots open for this motherboard, and that's it, guys. So hang in there. All right, so that's all of our wires placed in. Everything looks pretty good. However, I still have one slot here. Yeah, I still have one slot right there that needs to be filled. So I'm not quite sure what that one's for, but we'll find that out probably later on. But other than that, guys, yeah, that's everything right there. Now, this is as far as I'm going to go for this video because I was making this video and I noticed an email that said that the item that we're going to be using for our next video is en route, or it's on its way. So that's really good. That's kind of going to make me want to stop right here and get it ready, because now I have to come back to this point, and we're going to do some restructuring of all this, and we're probably going to have to change out some lights. I'm not sure. If not, then maybe we might be adding some, but it's kind of iffy. All right, I don't know what's coming into the package exactly because I don't want to, I don't want to get my hopes up. But if this goes exactly as it was shown to me, then you guys will enjoy what we're about to do to this model. But for now, guys, if you're just following at home and you just want to build a regular Fanhome, this is as far as we're going to go for right now. On the next video, we're going to show you the modifications that we're going to make. At this point, if you're not making modifications, then you probably won't be watching that video, and that's understandable. Or if you want to see it just to make your mind up before you go forward, that's fine, because we have a time limit between each video anyway, that you'll have time to make a change, or you can always come back to our channel. But other than that, this is everything that we're going to show you for now. We have all of our wires all dangling out. Not my cup of tea here. It's kind of a little all over the place. However, this is it for now. And we really greatly appreciate you guys putting all this, putting up with us here with putting this in. I really hope that you'll come back and see our modifications. And if you'd like to, you can make those modifications, because we will provide you the links that they'll give us, which will allow you guys to go and purchase the modifications. Other than that, guys, I really got to get going. I got to go check a couple of emails and make sure that everything is good and on par, so we can have another video up and ready for you within like the next week or so pertaining to this car. However, we do have other models out there. We have the RoboCop, we have the Ecto 1, we have the Enterprise, which the Enterprise is our flagship model. And then we have our plastic models coming up here, guys. So hang in there. Other than that, guys, I got to get going. You guys keep on modeling out there.